The story of Sir Charles Spencer Chaplin is not just a biography. It is a cinematic odyssey that transformed a Dickensian childhood into a global empire of laughter and tears. Born April 16, 1889, in East Street, Walworth, Charlie entered a world of soot and struggle. His parents were music hall performers, but the spotlight was fleeting. He learned early that the line between a stage performance and a cry for help was razor thin. His mother, Hannah, was his primary inspiration. Even as her voice failed her on stage and her mind began to fracture, she taught Charlie how to observe people from their window. "Look at how that man walks," she'd say. This was his first masterclass in pantomime. The trauma of the Hanwell School for Orphans and Destitute Children stayed with him forever. The cold, the hunger, and the branding of poverty instilled in him a lifelong obsession with financial security and a deep empathy for the underdog. At age 9, Charlie became a professional clog dancer. It wasn't about art yet, it was about survival. He learned the discipline of the stage, the rhythm of feet hitting floorboards, which would later become the heartbeat of his physical comedy. Playing Billy, the page boy in Sherlock Holmes, gave him his first taste of legitimate acting. Illiterate at the time, he memorized lines by listening to others. The fear of being discovered drove him toward perfection. Carno was the king of slapstick with a soul. Here, Charlie met Stan Laurel and perfected the legendary drunk act. He learned that comedy was most powerful when it flirted with disaster. In 1910, Chaplin sailed for America. As the Statue of Liberty rose from the mist, he saw not just a monument, but a stage, a new world where destiny awaited. Sennett's Fun Factory was loud, fast, and messy. Charlie initially hated it. He longed to slow the frame, to reveal the thought behind the tumble, the poetry behind the pratfall. In 1914, a miracle occurred. Oversized pants, a tight coat, a tiny hat, enormous shoes, and a toothbrush mustache. In that moment, the Tramp was born. A gentleman, a poet, a dreamer. The Tramp was more than a character. He was a philosophy, a symbol of resilience. No matter how often the world knocked him down, he rose, twirled his cane, and walked toward the horizon. At Essanay, Chaplin discovered creative freedom. In The Tramp, audiences laughed, then wept, then fell in love as he walked away alone into cinematic immortality. During his Mutual years, Chaplin became the highest-paid entertainer on Earth. Films like The Immigrant and Easy Street blended brutal realism with balletic grace, elevating comedy into art. In 1918, he built his own studio, his sanctuary. Here, he became writer, director, actor, and composer. A perfectionist who would burn miles of film just to perfect a single gesture. With Mary Pickford, Douglas Fairbanks, and D.W. Griffith, he founded United Artists, a revolution for creative independence where artists ruled, not accountants. Inspired by personal loss and childhood pain, The Kid was his first feature masterpiece, proving that slapstick could carry the emotional weight of a Dickensian tale. Yet behind the laughter, his personal life faltered. Scandal, heartbreak, and legal battles shadowed his genius. His devotion to art often came at the cost of love. In The Gold Rush, hunger became poetry. The dance of the bread rolls, the eating of the leather shoe, transformed desperation into timeless comedy. When sound arrived in 1927, Chaplin resisted. He believed silence was universal. He gambled everything and dared the world to listen, without words. Perhaps his greatest triumph, the final scene, a touch of hands, a flicker of recognition, remains one of cinema's most profound moments. Silence spoke louder than words. In modern times, Chaplin confronted industrialization, the Tramp swallowed by gears, symbolized humanity trapped within machines, a warning that still echoes today. With courage and conviction, Chaplin confronted tyranny. His first full talkie ended with a plea for humanity, a speech that still resonates across generations. Though audiences applauded, suspicion followed. His ideals sparked controversy, and he became a target in an era of fear and paranoia. Dark, daring, and controversial, Chaplin challenged morality itself, asking whether war made murder respectable. The world was not ready for such truth. In 1952, exile became his fate. The nation he had enriched turned its back on him. Yet his art remained immortal, a farewell to youth. Chaplin played an aging clown fading from glory, a poignant reflection of his own life. Tender, melancholic, unforgettable. In Switzerland, he found peace, and in Una O'Neill, he found love, a sanctuary that healed the wounds of a restless life. With satire and wit, he delivered his final rebuke to injustice, a bold commentary on exile and excess. In later years, he composed music for his silent films, believing music was the color of silence. His melody Smile became an eternal anthem of hope. After 2 decades in exile, Chaplin returned to America. The audience rose and applauded for 12 minutes, the longest ovation in Oscar history, a nation's apology to its greatest genius. On Christmas Day 1977, Sir Charles Chaplin took his final bow. Yet the tramp walks on, twirling his cane along an endless horizon, reminding us that a day without laughter is a day wasted.
And if you enjoy inspiring, life-changing stories, and stories about real heroes, then take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Because here, every story has a purpose.